So we are going to call the meeting to order.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So we have updates to the agenda. We have fireworks appropriation to add. Any other updates to the agenda?
Don't believe so.
Okay.
None that I have anyway.
Then we have public comment. I see nobody there.
We have no public.
Nobody here. Nobody's in the hallway. So we're going to go to the update, which is fireworks appropriation.
Yes. So Joel and I were talking about this, and we kind of thought that, it might be worthwhile for the select board just to put this on the town meeting warning, let the voters have a say. I mean, if they just approve spending the extra 15,000 so we can do the fireworks this year, it just makes everybody's life a whole lot easier. And it's no harm, no fail if they don't. It doesn't, we can still, I mean, you guys already authorized it for this year that you'll make up the difference, but this is kind of letting the voters say, yes, this is important to them, that they feel that the town should contribute to it. So if you guys are okay, I added it to the warning for town meeting day for them to be able to vote on.
Okay, does anybody have any questions on that?
Fine with that.
I'm fine with it.
Do we have someone? Yep. Do we have somebody who's willing to make a motion to add the appropriation request to the addition for an additional $15,000 to cover the cost of the town July 4th fireworks display?
I'll make a motion to add an appropriation request for an additional $15,000 to cover the cost of the town's 4th of July fireworks display for the 2026 at the annual meeting warning.
And a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. So next on here is the proposed 2026 budget adoption. We did get copies of it by email, and you've got copies of it here as well.
So our primary drivers for the increases we've got are, we put an extra 10,000 in for the painting of the building because we've got money set aside, but I don't believe it's enough. We added $10,000 to take care of hopefully the tank at the Old Town Garage, which we are not certain what that cost is even going to be yet, but we will figure that out as the spring hits. Was the other? Find my email to go. Oh, and so the state's mandates that we have to set up a records management reserve fund, and so based upon what we do for recordings a year is how that's based. It's $4 a page. So based on the number of pages we record in a year, that comes out to $10,000. So that's $10,000 that basically got whacked out of the town clerk fees is going to go into a separate fund, but it does show up as an expense then. Our other big increases were insurance. I don't believe that we actually had a correct budget number in last year when the budget was done, because we only had 43,000 in for our property, liability, vehicle, workers' comp, all those insurances. And we actually ended up spending about just shy of 64,000 on it. And this year, those things are in the 70s for the town. So, we got almost another $10,000 increase there. We did also add a couple positions this year. We added the finance position that will be into the town clerk's office. We added a part-time rec director, and I still have in there a half a year for a part-time economic development director. only because I keep hearing that, I got another word today that the 1st of February, we should hear on the USDA grants. So they're supposedly still coming, but until we have that, I won't hire that position. I won't even advertise for that position, but I think we need to have a placeholder in the budget for it in the event that does come through. And aside from that, everything else is kind of, um, uh,
The old town garage, is that
beside my house,
beside, okay,
well, beside my
yeah,
neighbor's
over on
house.
Dale.
on that street? Okay.
Yes, they found out that last year or was it last year? Well, I guess year before last during the flooding. We found the old tank there because it filled full of water and gasoline came to the top. So it needs to be removed. We got a notice from the state that we have to do it. So we're just kind of waiting till spring to get that put out to contract and get somebody to come in and haul it out, make sure it didn't leak, and if there's any cleanup that has to happen. It's not a fun project, not anything we're really interested in, but really should get a choice.
Does the Greenfield still exist? That money?
Brownfields,
What is it? Brownfield?
brownfields, yeah, for
Brownfield?
contaminated stuff. There's also another program for this. I mean, if this turns into a bigger project, I don't think it's gonna be. That's why I'm not counting on grant money for this because I don't think it's going to be that big. I believe it was just a gasoline tank. Gasoline doesn't tend to cause the kind of ground contamination like fuel oil does, or diesel fuel even. So I think we'll be okay with this. But if for some reason they find it and it's contaminated the soil, there's a whole grant program. It's the same one we used for the town hall spill. And so that'll be years of monitoring and cleanup and all of that stuff. Let's just hope we don't run into that. I really don't want to go there.
Mike, it doesn't make a change to the bottom line, so I don't think it'll affect the warning that's here, but you want to take a look at line 953. Maybe we should just call that parade. Before we put it.
Oh yeah, that's just a description. Yeah, we can change
Yeah.
that. That's fine.
Because
Yeah, they'll say, where's Winter Carnival?
yeah.
It died a horrible, tragic death with all of the with all the rest of the volunteers.
I actually was looking, I was thinking this would be one of the weekends that we would potentially be doing it. And as always, it's usually this weekend or the weekend of first weekend of February.
Right.
And
First or second.
it's always brutal cold. So
Yes.
yeah, I think correcting that
Which
description.
is why we got no volunteers anymore. Nobody wants to stand outside.
No
and
one
do
wants to
it.
stand outside in the freezing cold at 40 below zero. And I don't blame them.
They even canceled the thing over on Morgan this weekend over on Lake Seymour, the snowmobile thing because of the cold.
Okay, so any questions other
Any
than
other?
that? Does anyone?
Guys, I was just gonna say, any other questions on the budget stuff?
And if not, do we have someone who's willing to make the motion to approve the proposed 2026 budget presented by the town manager in the amount of $2,540,437.17?
I'll make a motion to approve why do you
Just
just say
say
the
I'll
whole
make a
thing?
motion.
I'll make that. I know, I'll make that motion.
Try to make it easier for you.
Well, I can
In a second.
read.
I'll second it.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Nope. Okay. Next on our agenda is to approve and sign the warning.
Yes. And so I will just say pretty much so that people know about it is that we did have 2 voter petitions that came in for the warning. One is to add a appropriation for $500 for NECA for the food shelf and the Head Start program. And the second one is to return the select board to a select board of 3 instead of 5. And so those are both on there because they had the qualifying signatures and all that good stuff.
I'm just trying to read over this, make sure we don't have anything glaring. double check our numbers.
Hey, Teresa, double checked all of my offices because we have like a million of them with nobody running.
Oh, for anything?
Yeah, there's honestly, I'm not, it wasn't something that I was thinking about for this year to eliminate the 2 positions off the select board, but there's nobody running for them.
There's nobody running for select board
There's-
either?
No, we've got one person running for one of 3 seats. So
Crap, you're not even gonna be able to fill 5 for this year.
right,
'Cause you
right.
gotta-
That's just
right?
it.
'Cause
I mean,
that's just for next year, right?
yes. It was always a concern I had when we went to 5 was, we
Well,
rarely ever could get 3 people to run for select board.
Right, yeah.
Trying to pull 5 is really difficult. Especially when we have every other office open. We have no listers, we have no cemetery commissioners. We've just got a ton of vacancies and nobody's interested in serving. And I don't know how we change that. I don't know how we fix that in town. I mean, we're not alone. All towns are running into that, but
And I've seen that in reports after reports. So I mean, I've looked over this. I don't see anything on here that is missing or inaccurate. Did everybody get a chance to read this thing?
I read it. I'll make a motion to approve and adopt the proposed warning for the 2026 annual meeting.
And a second,
Second.
all in favor?
I,
Am I okay to sign this one? You want to sign that? And then pass that on down. Hey, Otis. Huh? What? We'll go shopping where they went shopping. Oh, thank you.
So did they get? Oh,
There's 2 copies of each of those invoices. So
okay. I was like, what? Mhm.
she's just trying to confuse you.
Yes, she is. Hmm.
That's only November. We're just getting it now. They bill the month of November in December, and I'm like, that is not a positive cash flow. Hmm.
flipped it over about 6 times.
What's that?
Said you've done the same thing I have, flipped it over about 6 times. Just where am I? What do I need now?
Jean,
Go here.
a gift to you.
Oh, sorry.
Paid the sales tax. No, you did. Fire department. You already did.
Oh. He's getting too eager.
Thank you.
Just an FYI, we will have Sarah, our town attorney, will be attending the next select board meeting, the first week in
Okay.
February, to kind of prep us for what's
Sure.
involved with our upcoming union negotiations.
This colorful group of everybody's got a different colored pen. A name. Got a person. Business. Yep. Thank you. Should have winged it a little further. We got a narrower table.
Had a smaller belly, it would work better.
We need one of those tubes with the bank
Like
vacuum
bank-
sucky tubes. So we can just zip it over. I always wanted one of those in my office.
Wasn't for utilities, we could have a good fireworks show, huh?
Huh.
Talking about. That's a bigger. Used to have one like that was like 18 inches long. Whack people with it.
Don't be touching Jocelyn's ruler.
I'll become whack me with it.
She will. Executive.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. Gonna miss me when I'm.
We're running the writing campaign.
Hmm.
That's okay. Aren't you up for reappointment this year too, Gene, in September for this planning commission?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'll just make sure the select board like appoints you for like 100 years or something. She never gets out.
Well, we never, well, we thought it was that way anyways, until Bill let us know that he was up.
What, is he done too? On the planning commission?
No, he's not. I am in
No,
September.
no, it's one person each year on the planning commission.
I've been on for about 10 years, so I know it's done.
I think
Yeah.
longer than that, Gene, because
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
on there before me and I was on there for 11 years. So
Oh my God. Yes, that's right. Cause I helped with the 2000 and the last
the
town
town
meeting.
plan, which would have been, well, 8 years. You know, actually, I started right about when that was being done, I think,
get
or
that?
right.
Big paper.
Because I remember the
talking
energy
to Joel.
discussion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Get
You were on there before
separated.
that, though. I bet you were
Yeah.
on there. We'd have to go back and look, but I bet you got at least 15 years on the planning commission, which is like purgatory.
Retirement plan.
I about the same length of time.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I think you was on first.
After
So,
15 years, I think you get retirement.
no, we're not letting you. So we have the approve the minutes from the previous meeting. You guys should have gotten those all by,
I'll make a motion. We approve the minutes to the previous meeting.
and a second.
Oh,
Second.
All in favor?
I
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No. Other business? Any other business?
no
Got
business.
Nope. And we have an executive session on here, which I do not believe is needed.
Nope. I always just put it on there in case something came up during the meeting so that we had the language in front of us. Because I sit through a lot of CUD meetings where they're like, oh, this needs to be an executive session. Everybody's like, oh, what's the language for that? Because you have to cite the statute. Nobody remembers it. So I always just put it on there so we have it handy.
Next up, we have the adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
You didn't hesitate on that one. Do we have a
I'll
second?
second that.
All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Okay, I guess we're done.